Hey, you want the smoke? I got the smoke. Let's talk about it. All right, thank you everyone for joining me on my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Hit that bell for notification. All right, let's talk about it. All right, Monday Night Raw. Okay, I don't know what's going on with these Monday Night Raws, but they have been definitely long and drawn out. A lot more talking than there is action in the ring. And then we open up again with John Cena coming out to the people. And they booed him. They told him to shut the F up. Man, I tell you what, John Cena is definitely catching it since he's been heel, since he turned heel. You can see it on his face. I don't think that he's actually used to it since it's been about 22 years. The last time he was a heel. Man, it looked like it's weighing down on him. But anyway, you know, he's telling everybody that he's going to ruin wrestling for everybody. I mean, everybody. So he's talking about, you know, taking the belt from Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, becoming the 17th-time world champion. He's going to make us forget about Ric Flair. Who can forget about Ric Flair? With a history from Ric Flair and everything that Ric Flair's done, nah, we'll never forget Ric Flair. And, you know, and everything. So, you know, that's, you know, that and everything. And how he's going to win the belt, keep the belt, win the belt at WrestleMania, keep the belt all the way until the end of the year, take the belt home and retire the belt with him. And then we have to establish a new belt. But I don't think that's going to happen. Because out comes Cody, you know. And Cody, you know, the same thing, you know, telling John Cena, you know, about himself. And, you know, it's also also woo me thing kind of thing and stuff. But Cody made sense in telling John Cena that there's only one champion. He wasn't the champion, that Cody was the champion standing in the center of the ring. But it was also funny that he gave the opportunity to John Cena to take the belt, because he laid the belt in the middle of the ring and told him, if you want it, take it. You know? John Cena paused a little bit. Looks like he might want to do something. Nah, then he walked out of the ring and stuff. So, you know, I don't know. Man. And now next week we got to deal with it again. Hopefully there's in one of these segments that they got to throw hands. They got to throw hands to bring the excitement back into what's going on and stuff. Because, you know, after Cody getting beat the way that he got beat, there's got to be something to lead into WrestleMania to where everybody's excited about seeing that particular match. So, on with that, we start out the night with Jay coming out with a mystery partner. As you know, it was Jimmy Uso, his brother. You know, who they haven't tagged together in about a year and a half, somewhere around there. It's been a minute against A-Town Down Under. And it was a good, it was a good match, until the end. And Jay has to always know, because Gunther told him, anywhere you go, I'm going to be there and I'm going to choke you out every time. And every time Jay Uso had a match, at the end of the match, here comes Gunther. I don't understand it, about how Jay is not ever ready, for that. But thanks to Jimmy, this time, that Gunther wasn't able to choke Jay out and stuff. But also, when Jay was feeling, after a while, the segment, when Jay was, feeling into himself and, stuff like that, and Jimmy was trying to talk to him and stuff, and it come to the point to where Jay is doubting himself whether or not he can beat Gunther or not. And Jimmy tells him, no, you can't beat him. At least not the Jay Uso who you are right now. You got to go back to the Jay Uso who was main event Jay Uso, who was the right-hand man, back when he was with the Bloodline, You know, yeah, that Jey Uso, that's the one everybody's looking forward to seeing and stuff, you know, for this WrestleMania, and to be able to take that belt away from Gunther. That's the only way he's going to be able to do it. He has to be able to come to himself and be his old self, and then come and just, you know, do what he got to do. I mean, not too many men have beaten Gunther since Gunther been in the WWE. I think actually there's only been 2. I know Sami Zayn was 1. You know, Sami Zayn was 1. Can't remember who the other one was, but I know the last person to beat him was Sami Zayn. That was for the Intercontinental belt. And, I mean, we'll see. And then the next match was Lara Valkyria with Raquel Rodriguez. You know, that was a pretty sloppy match. I'm just going to have to say it. I'm calling it out. It was sloppy. It was, I don't know, they missed a couple of spots in there. Glad nobody actually got hurt, you know, in the match and stuff. But it was sloppy, you know. And then, you know, then once the match was over, you know, Lara Valkyria won. But, you know, I'll live and doggone Raquel are. So they go ahead and just jump on Lara, and then out comes Bayley. So, you know, the next time that they meet is probably going to be some type of tag team. You know, they could, you know, challenge them for their titles at WrestleMania, or it might be fit into one of the, you know, Raw programs and stuff. So we'll see what happens, you know, when that comes. Probably hear more about it next week on Raw. And then we got Chad Gable and this El Grande Americano. Come on. It's kind of funny, the segment is, and stuff like that, you know, but it's actually looking real dumb and retarded. I mean, there's some comedy about it and stuff, but everybody knows that, you know, El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. You know, not unless he's got a twin, because his movement in the ring is Chad Gable. Yes, he unmasked Dragon Lee, and, you know, he beat him, made him submit to an ankle lock. Come on. So how many luchadors you going to see that do that with? An ankle lock and stuff. Yes, that is Chad Gable. But we'll see how that goes, how it comes and everything. You know, we'll see. Please don't put this in WrestleMania. None of that. None of that. And then we come down to the ladies. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Oh, I'm so glad that Adam Pearce did not make this a triple threat. But something's telling me that it's going to end up being a triple threat, and I do not want it to be a triple threat. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people who don't want it to be that way either. I would rather see Bianca Belair either wrestle Rhea Ripley or Io Sky at WrestleMania. Not the three of them in one and a triple threat match and stuff, because it doesn't show anything. It doesn't give Bianca to be who Bianca is, or Rio to be who Rio is, or Io to be how Io is. You know, so, I mean, there's a lot going on. I think that belt's going to change between the three a few times and stuff, but hopefully we get the match that I would like to see, is the match with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I believe that would be such a good match, but I think it's going to be Io Sky. But something's telling me it still could end up a triple threat. But we'll see as the, you know, as the weeks go by. We got 3 weeks for WrestleMania, so we'll see. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. There was no real action, a lot of talking. I'm just wondering what Paul Heyman has for CM Punk. Everybody wants to know what it is. I mean, what does Paul Heyman has to give to CM Punk? What is that favor? What is it? What is it? What is it? And stuff. And then, you know, we get, you know, some things, you know, Logan Paul. Logan Paul calls out AJ Styles. So we're going to get that match. Not at WrestleMania, but next week on Raw. It should be a good one. We'll see. Logan Paul, I mean, he's good. He came in. I mean, he's good. You know, but he's got a lot of mouth and stuff. And I just love when people shut it for him and stuff. So AJ Styles, that should be a good match and stuff. Maybe we'll see Karrion Kross, you know, in there somehow. Wonder how that's going to unfold. But we'll see. But anyway, please don't forget to like, subscribe, you know, share, leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Tell me. You know, if you, do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you don't agree with what I'm saying? Just leave it in the comment. Let me know. Then we have Penta and Braun Breaker. It was a real good match. It was the best match of the night. To tell you the truth, it was a real good match. But you know, Dominic going in and asking Penta if he wanted to join, you know, the Judgment Day, which we all knew that that's not going to happen. That's not what Penta is there for, and stuff. You know, he's not there for that. And it was a good try. Dominic really tried by saying, hey, you could be Intercontinental Champion tonight, you know, because we'll make sure that happens and stuff. But they forget that it's Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker is one bad boy and stuff. So, you know, the match ended in a DQ anyway, you know, which led for Penta to win, but only on a DQ and stuff. So I'm thinking that, you know, that match could be a match maybe on Raw, you know, as a tag match, you know, with Penta and Braun Breaker, you know, against Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, you know, and then it could lead up to something after that, you know, during that match. Maybe get another rematch at WrestleMania with Penta and Braun Breaker, and then Penta wins the title at WrestleMania. We'll see. But anyway, please let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's up. Please subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell, share, comment. Let me know how you're feeling. I thank you for joining me on my channel. Really. Peace, blessings, and have one heck of a time. And I'll see you on the next video.